Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host, Cruisenick X. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn as a sort of trip down memory lane. Alongside me for this is Juju Steen, who is currently muted at the moment.
I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, to go over the rules right quick, just to make sure everyone is aware, we only have 3 more episodes to explain this. We're doing new characters all the way up until after the envoy quests. Everything we do in terms of instances are duty support only, with the exception of alliance and regular raids. And finally, after envoy, I will be playing as Chris Valentine on New Game Plus, but I will be doing each expansion as the job that is portrayed prominently on Meteor, meaning, or on the box art, on the expansion promotional art. So A Realm Reborn will be Warrior, Dragoon will be Heaven's Ward, Monk will be the Alamegan parts of Stormblood, whereas Samurai will be the Doman parts of Stormblood, Dark Knight will be Shadowbringers, and Walker will be Paladin. That's pretty much it. So tonight's episode, we are doing a side-by-side comparison of episode 3C, Making a Name in Limsa. We are doing this with Freya Virus on Lamia server. And I'm gonna poke the ever-living shit out of Flippy Nips.
Poke, Flippy. They might get a rise out of that.
All right, so where are we left off?
So is Flippy gonna get a rise out of getting poked?
I don't know. Probably not. Oh, what the? Oh, wow, that is a major bit of distortion there on the video. Wow. This just goes to show how sucky my freaking
capture card.
No, my network was back in the day. All right, let's get right down to it and talk to Baderon and complete the next quest, Sky High. How do you fare, Freya? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift out in Middle Anosha? If you ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face. Hard labor that. And I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up with the odd jobs what no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down there of the operation. Bloke by the name of Workit. Oh, Rear Crit. And he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. All right, the Skylift, if I remember correctly, is near Middle Anosha. Yep. Whoa, back it up. Wow, I did a lot of, like, editing skips here and there.
You did it. You edited stuff out, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I maybe tried to edit where I could.
Was it a forced edit because the quality was so bad because of the network error? Well, the
Possibly,
network
but
lag.
at the same time, it was most likely me cutting things back when I reorganized the YouTube channel. At least we won't have this problem once we're more caught up.
Hmm. So, anime for this summer and coming fall would be Fairy Tale: The 100 Years Quest Saga, starting in June. Then you have
Where is
Bleach: A
he? There
Thousand
he
Year
is.
Blood War Arc Core 4: The Conflict, starting. Then you got Solo Leveling Core 2. And somewhere in there, you have Demon Slayer.
Yeah, the Hashira arc. The
Yeah.
Hashira training arc. Yeah. I know a bit. I've heard. Alright. We're with what's his name, so let's get down to it. Aron sent ye out here, did he? And consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will ye? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though. This mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them, at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Alright, let's put some pants on my Viera so that people aren't staring at my ass. Alright, work it. Let's do more.
There's also My Hero Academia Season 7.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. But I wonder if they're gonna...
Oh, we've got a missing quest. Or at least a old quest.
That would mean that Season 7 cuts halfway into the war.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because the war's still going on in the manga.
Well, don't spoil either of it for me because I'm catching up on the manga, so. Anyway, let me see what's going on in this particular quest here because. Alright, so we have the quest Courier for a Day, which got removed from the main scenario. We had to deliver a couple of packages, and I wasted time working on my hunting log because I needed to catch up on shit. Yeah, Vappa was level 10 by the time we got to this position. But right now we're level 13, so. Alright, now we're caught up. Let's compare. Glad I am to see you again, lass. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity what sprang out from a million corn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side afore turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Liuf over at Swift Perch in western Lenosha. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte in Swift Perch, so the journey should be worth your while. Alright, off to Swift Perch.
Those saturation levels are hurting my eyes, Kupo.
What saturation levels?
In the old footage.
Oh, yeah.
that for some reason that just hurts Kupo.
Yeah, the pixelation is definitely unnerving.
And the way the fog is supposed to be.
Yeah,
The fog lighting saturates the colors of everything. It makes it a little.
Oh, hey, I
more
unlocked the
muted.
next difficulty rank in my hunting log. Nice. But yeah, in my defense... Oh, and another skip. What the fuck? How many more times am I gonna skip on these things? I mean, I don't even think we did... I don't even think we got to the... Oh no, we did get up. And the wild jackal is still... Well, you piss off! In my third freaking strike already. What the hell? When do I get fucking... Oh, I get Tomahawk at 15. Storm's Path at... it's a good thing after the Envoy quest I'll be done with this bullshit. Of course, then I'll be one-shotting everything, so it's not like it'll matter. Honestly, we're just seeing what quests got removed and changed and stuff.
Huh.
All right, let's bring this million corn seedling to Swift Perch. And we got mapping the realm.
There are a lot of trolls on the internet.
Yep.
And just because they don't like a show being redone. Apparently, on June 20, this June on Hulu, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is getting a reboot with Zendaya.
Okay, I didn't really give a crap about Buffy the Vampire Slayer to begin with, but...
Oh, that was my show. That was a good show.
Alright, let's talk to Liuf. Has the mayor herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of million corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day! It may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swift Perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy? Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, madam, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this ailing settlement? Well, I got nothing better to do, and I want to get through this before Dawn Trail, so... Alright, I'm pretty sure there's another removed quest in just... Oh. But I want to make sure before I... So let's back it up a few. What the hell? I went, I came, I did this, and then what? And then I decided to go do my freaking warrior quest for some contrived reason. Then
I just
Then back at Swift Perch, what did we do? Okay, Farmer of Fortune was the next quest on our list that got removed. Oh yeah, I brought down the gamma correction because freaking the brightness was hurting my eyes and I couldn't see shit. But the pixelation isn't helping either. I had to get caskets for, or some riches for, or I was getting something that Bandit stole from him or something. I don't remember now. Oh, we were grabbing wheat.
I'll let my uncle know that I shared the Core 2, and then my uncle had posted,
Yeah.
has Core 1 already ended? I was like, no, it ends Saturday with episode 12. He was like, no, my Saturdays will be empty and make me feel dead like the rest of my week.
All right, now that we're caught up, let us continue with the next quest, relighting the torch.
But my uncle is 8 months older than I am.
Mm-hmm. You're there, adventurer. Cast your eyes towards the brewer's beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you would make a visit to the brewer's beacon and see if aught has befallen Conswis, the lighthouse keeper. Oh, and there's a fate going on over there, so...
And Blue Exorcist is going to continue after the Illuminati saga.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
Neither have I. I have to rewatch the whole thing. But I just don't.
Oh, all this pixelation coming from fucking... The old footage is just...
Damn, I'm tired of yawning.
Oh, whoops.
I think I'm about to fall.
Yeah, it sounds like you should get some rest.
I'm yawning way too much, back to back. Like we used to say in the 90s, I catch you on the flip side.
Yep. Take it easy.
And add a little Kupo to that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You have a good night.
You too. Night. Come on, why won't you die? Oh, when did I get overpower? Juju, thank you for the stretch. Back on my chair a little bit. Ugh. Damn it, now he's got me yawning. Well, then maybe the cigarette smoke. There we go. You know, Arbor Brother, you know, buddy, you need to frickin'... You say a yellow jacket sent you here? Eh? Me life's gone dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has! The bomb what fuels me furnace is up and buggered off, you see? If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. I know you're just a messenger, lass. But I can tell a venturer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what you ripped from his smoldering corpse. Take this here iron bridge and set it down in the middle of the flock somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. You get a nice fire going and that frisky bomb will soon be about. What you don't singe your eyebrows, lass? Ah, God damn it. I'm not here for you fucking dodos. Got it. Oh, whoops, I forgot to read the text out on that one. You got the ashy bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while he was gone, and Limling cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swift Perch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Alright, we'll head back to Swift Perch. And we are not running. Furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hanansa. Okie doke. And to the aft castle. There she is. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. By God's beard, I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Half the bomb cans we trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Cool. Alright, now we have our bronze sallet. Let's continue. We're on to the dry docks. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We have a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Artbem, the head shipwright at the Morby dry docks. We force most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Lenosha. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Morby Dry Docks is one of Liv Salaminta's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's etherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd best be served making use of the Chocobo Porters. First floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. I think in this case, I am gonna take the Chocobo Porter. There's Fear Game. Hire Chocobo Porter. Morby Dry Docks. And now we wait for a bit. I'm going to turn on the Mount BGM only because we haven't listened to it in a while. Well, we could have taken out the Mossless Gubu, but man, I forgot how much I would, whoops. Somewhere over here. There he is. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hananza? I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. Last in botheration! Another delay! I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable! My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Freya, is it? Well, Freya, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of Limsa rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned. There is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Fine by me. Cool, level 15. We are golden. And now we have Provoke. Get rid of return now that I have, you know. All right, I think we have another quest out. Nope. Where in the 7 hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Firosmid, recently left Candlekeep Key to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Hal Broda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. If I cannot leave my post, I would ask you travel to Candlekeep Key in my stead, and inform Hal Broda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. All right, Candlekeep Key. Before we do that, however, wait, how many seconds of sprint did I have back then? 30. And actions and traits. General. Sprint. I only get 20 seconds of sprint now. It's bullshit. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's 20. Oh. Whoops. It's 10 if I'm out of combat, but... yeah, that was just a thing. Alright. Let's talk to Haldbroda. Is that self-righteous dog Aldburn doubt that I've ever told him anything less than the truth? No, but I will doubt you. Turtleback Island? He can't do that. Can he? I swear, on my Barnana's grave, Navigator Rester Scroll, I know naught of this Ferrosmid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Key have had enough trouble these past few suns. What with the sinking of that lamenting cargo ship off the Salt Strand? I haven't got time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag what wanders in off the grip. Okay. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing there questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for the survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across this Ferrosmid everyone seems so eager to find. Yes, hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. There he is. Aye, I'm Ferrosmid. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts. I thought it might be. But you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I've righted the terrible wrong I've caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough. The captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs. So I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 malms. And 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight. And as we was flung headlong into the lamenting galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I've made every effort to salvage it. The sands were crawling with Kikan, and I ain't one with a sword. And now ye see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Well, just sit back. Show's about to start. Careful though. First 3 rows are a splash zone. Can I get it from here? Yes, I can, but I'm gonna beat a comber. Yeah, it kind of makes me wish I now had, Alright, there's the rigging. This will be a challenge. Oh, y'all want a piece of me, don't ya? I need more abilities. But now I have crush your enemies. Crush your enemies. Crush your enemies. Yeah, that was terrible. And there we go. That takes care of that. Oh, almost passed the guy. All right. At night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of frogs. And it wasn't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I awoke to find myself washed ashore. And here's I've been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Here you go. The missing parts! I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away. But first, I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of that brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Oddbem I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Alright, back to the dry docks. Alright, there's old Berm. I'm relieved to hear that both Ferrosmid and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that, which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day. The seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off the Candlekeep Quay was of a less natural sort. The sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Cool. Alright, what's the next quest? Yeah, we didn't have recommended gear back then. We actually had to manually equip our gear. It sucked. Alright, let's do this. Freya. While I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldik and Bimeles. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Gimthota, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believe that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Despite all Limsa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin, just the thought of it sickens me. Alright, there's Gimthota. Ah, yes. I had a feeling you would be the one Outburn sent. Since you first arrived at the Morby dry docks, I have had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make a point to keep an eye on all those new to the area. It is simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you. Which, I must admit, is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own brother. Very well, then. I assume Artburn informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Well, at least my colors match. Somewhat. Alright, Kanango. Freya! I knew it. No more sardines for Kanango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Artbem would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cave with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea the Spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there. We're aware of that, though. All right. There it is, and we've got fireflies on our hunting log. There we go. All right. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on the path and carry your veteran ass back down to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, I've had it up to me ears with your type, roaming the hills like there was years to roam. It's getting to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite-breathed outlander running up and asking which is the way to the local live, mate. 7 hells if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, goddammit! Those balls! Once me have me boy back, and putting this god's-forsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrabs! We've knives to shop in! Okay, back to the dry docks. And of course, I never have a lick of sense to, you know, just teleport. So, the trespassers were indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall increase patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Freya. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Thank you, and thank you for the axe. All right. I'm concerned, Freya. It appears that the pirates I have you in... Oh, we need to fast forward a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm concerned, Freya. It appears that the pirates I had to investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is a symbol of everything Limsala Minsa strives to become, and I will not allow the base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Freya, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my god submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray, begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Urswis at the front gate or Kanango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. All right, we're going to talk to Kanango because she's closer. Hail, adventurer. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand on board to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Gimthota's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near the Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. I don't need a wild jackal doing shit to me. Alright. Bah! Spotted me, have you? Did you? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. God damn it, let me freaking jump. Like what? You think I can't make that fucking jump? Alright, let's get back to Gimthota. There she is. All right, let's do this. So you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these names be planning? What's to happen is already happening. Captain! Trouble at the shipyard! Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates. Out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this! The pirate soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose! Freya, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders! I will see to this man's wounds and follow you later! Okay. Make haste, now! All right. Make my way towards the Victory. Oh, fuck me. I gotta go around. Follow the carnage. There he is. Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. Duh! What are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. It'll all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood to splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright. And building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limlane's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense, da! Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over! Da! I wondered why Otbem never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, all right. Of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces! Gimdolta! Freya! Pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug, and make sure no harm comes to the victory! Alright, let's do it! Oh, they even did it for side characters. Yeah, this is almost too easy. Nailed it. I must be getting old, letting some green venturer get the best of me. Duh. Just one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? My thanks, Freya. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates made a right mess of things. Best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Gimdota. Whoops. Alright, Gimdota. How fare you, Freya? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry dock safe. Otbum apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past this anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Raynor's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask you of you another favor. Yep. Make sure. Okay, I'm good. Let's continue. Freya, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Atzabin, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Oh, and the black screen of block that I had to clip. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa deems worthy of deciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none of us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Balderon and his convenient connections. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Alright, back to Limsa. Limsa. Back to Lominsa. Alright, we're back at the Drowning Wench. Alright, let's talk to him. Ahoy there, Freya! I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Otbum laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Saul was still reeling at his old man's part in the business. But at least he kept the victory from being sunk afore she sailed. And for that, I owe you me thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lass. Folk know that when they need something doing, you need something doing. And what might that be? You want someone to read a message written in funny letters for you, eh? And give Dota thought that I know a man as should? Well, let's see it then. Aye. I reckon I might know a canny bugger who can read stuff like this. Ugly sword by the name of Balderon. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Freya. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust ye. I thought I was right to want this message deciphered. You've got us some trouble brewing there, and no mistake. Get ready for action and I'll explain. Alright, let's do it. Good to have you aboard, lass. Now then, where to start? Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lass. And I should know, I've gotten more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the victory is all here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell in Western Lenosha, then hit the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. The point being, the attack on the victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates, 'twas a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this aright, the attack itself came much too early. I wager they panicked when they saw he was on them, rushed in to do the job and buggered it up. Them two-faced bastards, as they say, was paying Otbem's old man. They're with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of the crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? Seven L's! I've got it all backwards! That mess at the victory, that was meant to be the bloody distraction! The fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstroms, baby. They're after men, like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising hell in Western Lenosha, that's where it'll be. Someone tells me Swift Perch is about to get hit, and hit hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Reyna at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, eh? You can be damn sure he'll need one. Normally I would just take the Ethernet, but we'll be back for you, Wernzwin, but for now... Yes, I'm Reyna. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the victory. Now, what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Barteron. Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? An assault on Swift Perch? But we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are amassing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Barteron is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Battleron's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, Swift Perch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report!
This is Hagen, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tidegate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements.
By the Navigator! It seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swift Perch vulnerable to those pirate traitors. It is at times such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes will avail us not. Virus, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swift Perch with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. All right. All right, where is it? There's Risk Flow. All right, let's do this.
Commodore Reyna sent word we'd be getting reinforcements. I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swift Perch. It was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the calamity threw their way. We're not about to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody ilm, you hear me?
Here they come! Here they come!
Here now. I thought all them yellow jacket worm was meant to be busy. I guess the scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for us Hagen brothers? Piss on that. We ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The yellow bellies he can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Reavers. Seems Swift Perch was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2, protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, we meet that charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore a word of our victory, or no word at all. For Limsalo Minsa! I'll go to all you yellow bellies and dance on your gizzards!
It's gonna be easy. So far, so good. But also, back then we didn't have the power of the Echo healing us for regen. And of course, a Blanca just to add to the frustration.
Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, so that I may smite mine enemies. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live.
All right. Now, we challenged ourselves last episode. We might as well challenge ourselves this episode too. This poison, the venom ain't doing shit, dude. Here comes Y'shtola. We're almost done. And we've done it.
The wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals.
Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Asians, to give them the proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Charlians have encountered Asians before? I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift.
All right, lass. If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have sent a squad or 6 to keep you company. Well, at least we can now call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in the dead of night. And this bastard here was pulling the strings.
A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find the scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much.
Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been there, friend. Your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Ishtola. Please, give our regards to the Scions.
I am glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray, send my greetings to Commodore Rayner.
All right, let's head back to Limsa. And of course, another skip for me because I decided to do that. Oh, I have been forgetting to turn on my mic. Yashola has been working with us for quite some time, you see. And she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the thalassocracy. Admiral! May I present to you Admiral Blufisvin?
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast.
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Nice. Now we got our Laminson ring, and we've got interject, which I will put here. All right, let's do this. I am not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such a recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all of your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize you will require suitable attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. By the time Vappa gets to the drowning wench, I'll probably already be... Or maybe not. I kind of derped, I think. Alright, teleporting. Taking the, Alright. Well, if it ain't Melvim's guest of honor. Hobnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lass, I damn near snorted ale out of me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, Rob, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. There's a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and, more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked veteran gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about her. If only to stop folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octon and speak with Janasam of the Brugia Consortium. She'll furnish you with somewhat ladylike to wear. I already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, and bring them back here so as I can tell you what's what. Alright. Let's head downstairs. There she is. Good evening, miss. I assume you are the underdressed lady Badaron mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not. I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Alright, back up to the drowning wench. Alright. Fantasy Janasa, Mary. Let's have that box then. There we go. Nice pair of dress shoes for ye. Lass mightn't have much else to her name. But so long as she's got a decent pair of shoes on her feet, there ain't nowhere she can't go. Think of them as a gift from me and all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, aye. 'Tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in her own tears and snot. Any road, that's your gob sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. And with that, we have got a pair of dress shoes, which we are going to put on as soon as I find them. And then I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna wear with it. I could, in all fairness, wear the butler attire because it's unisex. Yeah, I guess I could do that. If only because they go somewhat with the dress shoes. Okay. Yeah. Well, episode 3C finally done. We just have one more set before we finally switch back to Chris Valentine and I come up with some new rules. But yeah, for now, we're going to switch back to our main gear. And, we're going to do more tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to cover all of the envoy quests in one go, but we'll see what happens. I am going to prep myself. So, with that being said, that's going to conclude this episode. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements, but if you haven't done it yet, hit the follow and turn on notifications so you're well informed. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the full trip down memory lane. And click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. See you next time.